posted in a bit. I've been traveling, but while I've been traveling, I've been reading about a possible issue with the DeLorme or the Garmin InReach, which is a product that I really like and use in all of my trips, but there is a possible defect with their SOS button, or more accurately, the lock switch on their SOS button. So the long and short of the story is this guy Nathan was pack rafting on the Kamchatka, and he had his InReach on and in his bag, and a piece of gear or something hit his SOS button, which he claims was fully locked. A chopper came in, his parents are notified, I'm sure they were petrified, and he's due a $4,400 bill that he feels he doesn't owe, which, if this lock switch was truly engaged, I tend to agree with him. A lock switch should be a lock switch.
Okay, now for some background, I'm going to show you a couple of ways to activate SOS on the InReach, just so that you can understand what Nathan says happened to him. Now, the first way to activate SOS is just via the screen here. You go to SOS, hit the button, and that's it. I'm going to cancel that quickly. That is the first way. The second way is to disengage the lock switch here and hold down the SOS button for a few seconds. I don't recall exactly how many it's supposed to be. Now that's it. So I'm going to hit X to cancel, and I'm going to cancel that, and discard, and there you go. Now if you close this lock switch, you have to hear it snap like that. I'm going to try it one more time. There. You are not supposed to be able to hit this SOS button, and I can't, at least not with any pressure or any amount of pressure that I would deem to be the unit's fault. Nathan says that his was locked just like that, and he can hit the SOS button.
Now Nathan has posted some videos online. I'm going to link them below along with his whole write-up and description of the situation, where it shows him pressing the SOS button with the SOS switch locked. And it sure looks to me like he is not pressing on it very hard. The volume on his video is loud enough that you can hear that click, but as he's pressing the SOS button, there's no sounds of plastic stressing or breaking or anything like that. These things are, they're not quiet as you're pressing on them. And you don't hear any of that. So I tend to believe him when he says that he has it locked and he's pressing the SOS button. And I tend to believe his whole story. Just based on the videos that he's posted, the amount of comments of people having the same situation that he has, just sort of some Googling and research I've done myself, I think he probably did have it locked and that he has a defective unit. Now, there are two things about this particular situation that bother me, and it's not the fact that there are some defective units. It's maybe I'm just old and jaded, but I kind of expected that. Things just aren't made like they used to. It's sort of my gut has told me that may be an issue anyway, and I've always carried this thing on the outside of my pack just to prevent that kind of situation. What bothered me is, number one, has been first and foremost is Garmin's response. And not that they won't pay the $4,000 bill, I mean, that bothers me too, but in their response to Nathan, they said, oh yeah, if this is locked and you press it with some force, it'll engage. That's crazy to me. A lock switch should be a lock switch. Now, Andrew Skurka posted on his blog, and he's done a really good job summarizing the situation as well, and he also, of course, knows somebody at Garmin, and they've sent him a response that said, and more appropriate, I think, that says, if you press it so hard that to the extent that it might break the unit, then it could engage the SOS button. Now that makes more sense to me. I mean, I still wish that maybe it wasn't plastic, it had some aluminum or a harder metal or something, but that makes more sense. But if I were Nathan and got that response from Garmin, I would be very upset as well. Number two, and this is a little bit different, you can apparently engage the SOS button when the unit is off. I had no idea. Skurka just sort of casually demonstrates this, and I was like, wait, what? I went back and looked to my instructions. It doesn't say it. I found some instructions online. They don't say that at all, but I did find some that do say it, so I don't know if it's been updated, but it's certainly not clear. Even in the person from Garmin's response to Andrew Skurka, it says there are two ways to engage the SOS button. The on-screen method that we demonstrated out there and unlocking the switch and pressing the SOS. It doesn't mention anything. Really, there's three ways, which is the screen, keep it on and press the SOS button, or have it off and press the SOS button. It's actually a feature I kind of like. I just wish they were way clearer in the fact that it can be off and SOS can still be engaged. So really, that's it. I just wanted to spread the word about a possible, or in my mind, probable defective situation. I don't know if they have just a bad lot out there. This is a product that I definitely recommend and intend on doing a full review, but that recommendation is going to come with some caveats. First and foremost, make sure your lock screen is locked, or your home screen is locked before you put it in your bag. Number two, make sure that this lock switch is truly locked. And it has to click just like that for it to truly be locked. If it doesn't click, it's not locked. And number 3, and this is most important given what just happened to Nathan, I would lock your unit and try to press this SOS button and see what happens. Mine does not engage with any amount of force that I would deem to be the unit's fault. But I have a feeling that there are more than a couple of them out there that actually would. So that's it. If you think the DeLorme InReach, or I guess it's not DeLorme, Garmin owns them now, but if you think the Garmin InReach is for you, I put some Amazon links below. I actually really do still recommend it, even with the possible defects out there. I think this is invaluable to have. And if you thought this video was helpful and or informative, please hit that like button and think about subscribing. I would really, really appreciate it. Until next time, go have some fun outside. See you soon.